Namaste, this is Monica, and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice, which is kind of focused on the body remembers. So we are going to get into stillness, holding into our poses even for longer time, and a lot of relaxing poses here, relaxing asanas here, so that we can really get into the body, feel ourselves fully, feel this beautiful existence of our breath, of the body, of the sensations. And this practice is dedicated to your awareness of all of this, what is happening in the body. So let's explore this practice together and let's meet on the mat. If you want, you can also grab some cushions, bolster. They will really help you to surrender and to really relax into your practice. So if you have those props around, please grab them. If not, no worries, we can still practice without the props. So let's meet on the mat. We'll get on the mat, coming onto your force, and tuck your toes, lift your knees off the floor and open the knees wide, the back of the foot resting on the floor and taking your hips back over your shin, over your heels, and maybe slide a cushion under your hips, and then you can walk your palms forward, sinking the chest down. If you want, you can also have two blocks under your palms. If your head reaches the ground, great. If not, you can use the block to rest your head over. And we are resting the forehead on the mat. And with each exhalation, you're surrendering yourself to the mat deeper and deeper. You can feel this relaxation flowing throughout the body. And as the title of today's practice suggests, the body remembers. We get into the stillness and we find our own space in this practice. And during the practice, as we go still and silent and keep focusing on the breath, we are making the body remember the relaxation, a relaxed mind, and how it feels to be with a relaxed mind. And you can notice how your body feels when that happens. You can feel the lightness in the body as you let go.
And you may find that today we will be holding into our poses longer than usual. Usually we hold for 4 minutes. Today we may extend to 5 to 6 minutes each pose that we get into. So we are not going to get into very challenging poses, relaxing enough for you to hold into the poses for that long. Because this is the time we are giving ourselves to connect back. Touching the soul, touching the space within us, the stillness and the silence. And as you inhale, you press your palms slightly down on the mat and feeling the texture of your mat. Lifting your torso up, look forward, finding your gaze point forward, and then one by one you walk your palms back towards you. Bring yourself back in the center, place your palms over your thighs and allow your body weight to settle down on your heels. Allow those shoulders to relax. Breathe in to bring your palms back to the heart center. Join your palms together. Inhale, we'll be chanting 1 Om 3 Shantis. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. We are going to lie down in Supta Baddha Konasana from here. Like I said, that we are going to hold, and we are going to hold in this pose about for 7 to 8 minutes. And the sole purpose to holding on to our poses for that long is we are truly immersing ourselves in all poses and giving ourselves enough time to surrender and really let go from the body all the tension. Now, if you want, you can have the bolster in this pose. You can bring the shorter edge of the bolster just behind your sacrum, leaving little space. You place your palms on either side and open your chest, and one by one putting your vertebrae on the bolster. If you want, you can also grab a cushion, place the cushion under the bolster, and if your bolster is not long enough and if your head is hanging back, use the block to place it under your head, or you can also use the block to just place it over the bolster and relax there. Your legs are diamond shape, your feet touching each other, and you are allowing your arms to go overhead, stretching them up and allow them to surrender there. And as you leave your arms free, you feel this opening in the beautiful opening in the chest. And you imagine yourself to be lying down there and opening yourself up to receive everything that you wish for yourself, and believing that you are capable of receiving that, and removing all the blockage, all the resistance from your being by surrendering into this moment and allowing this moment, the life itself, to take over. Support your knees with the cushion if you want to, or otherwise just let your legs also be. And in this pose, you watch your belly rising up and falling with each inhalation and exhalation. Take your awareness to your toes to let go. Relax your legs fully. Relax your pelvic area, your hips, your lower back, mid back, upper back, and your torso, your shoulders, and your arms. And remember, we are here to stay for a longer time. And of course, you will have multiple thoughts passing. And can you watch them passing by without trying to hold on to them? There could be one thought that might sound or feel very interesting to you right now to think about. But see if you can detach yourself and let it be, let it play its play. Let it get into in whichever story that it wants to get into. But can you just watch it as if you're watching a movie, or a bird flying in the sky, or watching the traffic going by, without getting unaffected by it in a good or the bad way, whichever way that it might be playing out for you. And just being aware of your mental activities here. And you can slowly bring your awareness back to your body, and slowly bringing your arms down first. You may feel little fixation in your shoulders. That's why just nice and slow, gentle movement. Bring your palms outside your thighs to press your thighs in. Bring your knees together. Stretch your legs out. Now, either you can roll outside your bolster or you press your palms down, engage your core as you lift yourself up. So, I will leave that choice to you, or rolling onto the side, and with the help of your palm, you come back to the center. And you bring both of your feet together in front of you, stretch them out, bring your right foot closer to your sit bone and drop it onto your right, and opening your left leg to the left as far as you can. Now, if you want to support your right knee with the cushion, you can place a cushion under the knee, or we are going to fold over our left leg. So if you want, you can use the bolster upright, resting your head over, hugging the bolster like this, or you place the bolster on top of your leg itself or on the side. So wherever it feels good to you. And then we are going to fold over this left leg without lifting the right hip off the floor. So you don't have to go too forward. We are equally rooted through both of our hips. Relax the shoulders and allow your body to surrender towards the ground. If your back rounds, that's okay. Everything is okay. And just notice whatever sensations you can notice. And you can feel a little bit of mild stretch in your lower back here. And if you feel your lower back is rounding, then you sit over the edge of the cushion. Releasing the tension from the lower back. And utilizing this pose, this practice to realize that we have control of everything. Control over everything might just be an illusion. So there are points in life wherein you are supposed to surrender and let go, especially when things are not at all in your hands. And that's what we do here. Once we find the edge, we let go. We are not consistently pushing, trying to achieve something better. We are comfortable here with ourselves and totally in love with what we are doing right now, with no conflict at all. And breathe in. And slowly lift your head up, look up to the front, pressing your palms to walk your palms back, and bring your torso in the center and a little bit of twist towards the right side. Looking over your right shoulder, lengthen your torso. Exhale to come back in the center, and we are going to change the side. So you draw your left heel closer to your sit bone, open the right leg, and twisting towards your right leg, walk your palms forward, allow your torso to sink down. And feel as if your body is just releasing all the resistance from it, whether it's emotional, mental, or physical resistance, because you're allowed to let go and you are allowing it to let go of all the tension. Setting that intention for yourself. At any point of time you feel your head feels or your neck feels little uncomfortable, you can rest your head over a block. You can make a stand with the block and then rest the head over that. Notice your body softening. Again, as you inhale, you lift your head up on the side, walk your palms back, bring your torso back in the center, lengthen your spine. If you want, you can raise your arms up to find that lengthening in the torso and twist to your left. And come back to the center. For the next pose, we are going to release our spine. So let us get into the Sphinx pose, and In this, if you want, you can use the bolster under your chest, or you can simply bring yourself on the mat, lying down on your belly. Keep your forearms on the mat, your shoulders and your elbows are almost aligned. You allow your legs to just fall apart. So you can feel your toes are pointing inside while your heels are just falling apart into the opposite direction. And you can allow your head to just drop down or use the block under your head. Alternatively, you drag the bolster and put it inside just under your chest, almost in your diaphragm area, and you reach with your elbows outside the bolster, so your elbows are touching the floor outside the bolster, and then you use a block to rest your head over. You can use this. If you feel you're not feeling enough sensation here, you can either increase the height or you can get rid of the bolster. So I would leave that choice to you. The sensation that we are looking for is in our sacrum area, the hip area. And sometimes you may feel that you found the new edge because you don't get any sensation anymore. That's when you can also choose to remove the props and going deeper in your pose by increasing the sensation in this case. breathe in, lift your head up, and then one by one, you can press your palms down, bring your chest down, resting the forehead on the mat. Now stretch your left arm overhead, bring your right palm right next to your chest, you flip your body open and lying down on your side. And then you bring your right knee as close to your chest as you can. Or if you want, you can use a cushion, block, to rest your knee over, or you can have a bolster, you can hug the bolster on the side. I would leave the choice to you. If you want to feel a little cozy and protected, you can have the bolster hugging it and just resting the side of your head on your left upper arm. Maybe you can bend your elbow or use the cushion under your head. I would leave the choice to you. So choosing your variation here. And really relaxing here. You don't even have to look for a sensation here. This is just being with yourself and being totally comfortable with yourself right now. And surrender, let go. And if you can sweep your awareness one by one, looking at your different body parts, feeling your body thoroughly. And in this silence itself, we are able to watch what the whole chatter of the mind. Usually we are always engaged in some or the other activity, and we are really not able to watch what is happening in the mind. But then when you sit for meditation or practices like these, everything that is at the back of the head just might come in front of you. All you need to do is allow yourself to watch it, face it, whatever it is. You don't have to avoid or suppress a thought or a feeling. And we embrace ourselves in all colors that come up. And they are all part of us. And slowly you can press your right palm down on the mat. Roll yourself a little bit more to straighten your top leg, and then maybe come back on your belly to change the side. You roll yourself over on the other side. Use the bolster if you want to. And even if it is just for a fraction of second or for seconds, that you are able to bring yourself back absolutely in this moment. The mind is right here with you on your mat, with your body, with your breath. The whole practice is worth it, even if you get a second, a glimpse of the present moment in its truest form. Like everything is aligned and there's no conflict. There's total oneness in your body, mind, spirit. And you take a deep breath in to roll yourself a little bit more back, straighten your top knee. And then we are going to lie down on our back so you can flip yourself over. And if you want in this one, you can have a bolster or also the strap, the variation of your legs to the 90-degree. You can also use the wall on the side. So if you are using the bolster, you lie down on your back first. You keep your legs bent, knees pointing up. You lift your hips up, slide the bolster under your sacrum. And once you feel that you're feeling good and rooted on your bolster, you make that space, shoulders nicely resting on the mat, and then you lift your one leg and the other one, and then straighten your legs up. Alternatively, feel free to do this against the wall. And we are going to stay here for some longer time, about 10 minutes. So you can feel the slow flow of blood to your head. Your arms can be on the side, or if you want a little bit more opening in the chest, you can get into the cactus arms or stretch your arms up. But you should be able to relax whatever you're choosing. So don't make it too difficult for yourself. And if you're using the belt scarf, your arms needs to relax, so catch hold of the extreme end of the scarf or the belt so that your arms are relaxed. You're not stretching your arms up. So the whole idea is also to be able to surrender in your pose and allow your pose to work on your body on its own. You can keep your knees a little bit bent. We are not consistently pushing them to keep straight. And for some more time, we are going to notice the breath flowing into the belly. And then watch your chest expanding after your belly rises, your collarbones expanding outward and upward. And then with each exhalation, you watch your chest contracting, your lungs contracting, your belly falling down. So your diaphragm pushes down your belly to rise it up, making the space in your lungs to get the air in, and that's when your lungs expand. And as you exhale, your diaphragm starts to contract and come up, and your belly falls down. And then your diaphragm helps your lungs squeeze the air out. So know your breath. And to stay focused, if you are struggling to keep your awareness sticking to your breath, then count your breath. Or you can attach a mantra so hum. So when you inhale, you recite in your head as so. And as you exhale, you can say hum. And make that hum longer if you wish. So, hum. Or you can chant Om. And you can slowly start to bend your knees, bring them as close to your chest as possible. Reach out with your arms to hug your shin, bring your knees, pushing them a little bit more closer to your chest if you can. Stay there for a few breaths. And then slowly release, bring your feet back on the ground. If you are on the bolster, you root your feet back on the ground to lift your hips up and then slide the bolster out. That's the safest way of coming out of this pose. And then bring your hips back down. You can extend your legs for shavasana, allowing yourself to relax fully. Or choosing any other pose if you want, you can also place a bolster under your knees, keeping your knees a little bent. And when you do that, your lower back touches the ground fully. Otherwise, there's always a little arc in your lower back, which is fine as long as it is comfortable for you. Taking about 2 minutes here. Before we conclude the practice. And allowing yourself to relax and soften here with no guards up, no fears, a total safe place for you and for your mind, wherein you can just completely be yourself and embracing yourself. And you can continue in this relaxation if you would like. Otherwise, to come out, move your toes, fingers, become aware. Little bit of movements, maybe a bit of movement in your head from one side to the other. You can rotate your wrist, ankles, and then you can, maybe if you want, you can stretch your whole body, bend your knees to roll over on one side, to lift yourself back up to come into your seating posture. Take a moment here to absorb the practice. And let us take this opportunity to fill ourselves with gratitude for everything that we have received so far. For the fact that we are able to practice this together today in each other's presence, I thank you everyone. And we'll be chanting One Om Three Shantis. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for joining me in. So if you have any questions, anything to say, you can leave your comments in the comment section. And I love to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye-bye.